Good afternoon. You join me here. Very sunny but slightly windy Bude up in North Cornwall. Look at the Bude formation today. So without further ado, let's have a quick look. So the Bude formation isn't quite so heavily metamorphosed as the rocks further to the southwest, and as a result you can still see the original sandstone and mudstone beds, but it has got some folding in it, and you can see the beautiful folds here, and you can see the bands of rock there, nearly vertical, and then they roll over in what we call an anticline there. And if I pan back, you can see a big U-shaped fold there is what we call a syncline. Interestingly, some of these bands of rock have been folded right over themselves and have been slumped back on top of themselves, so that they're actually completely upside down, which is quite amazing when you think about the energy involved in doing that. And looking a bit closer to the foreshore here, you can see this jagged sawtooth effect on the top of the rocks there, and that's repeated throughout on the top of the Bude formation inland, so where you're likely to be building. And what that means is that in some places underneath your building site you can have rock really shallow, perhaps as little as a metre depth, and in other places it can be far deeper, perhaps 4 or 5 metres depth, which has real implications for your foundation design. Also, the Bude formation is highly impermeable. It's really rare to find soakaways that actually work on the Bude formation. Here we've got sandstone with those right angles, almost cubic shaped fracture lines in it, and then we've got the dark blue-grey mudstones. At the base of the mudstones there, you've actually got almost like a ripple effect, and that's because the same sort of environment as you see today is the environment that these rocks would have been laid in, and these are in fact old ripples. And you can see the remnants of ancient sand volcanoes, what we call flame casts, and other evidence that these rocks were actually made millions of years ago. What does that actually mean for your engineering project, your next development? It might mean that rock's very shallow, in which case you've lucked out, or it might mean that rock's very deep, or it might even mean that it's shallow under one part of the site and deep under another, in which case you definitely need a geotechnical investigation, because there's a really high chance of differential settlement. But it also means that soakaways are unlikely to be viable, although you should always confirm this with a test. And the Bude formation's generally free from mineralisation, so from a ground contamination perspective there isn't much mining and there aren't many mineral loads or much mineralisation throughout, so that's generally a good thing as well. But either way, if you've got a property that you're developing on the Bude formation, give us a ring and we'll talk you through all of the pitfalls and the advantages of it, and we'll guide you through the process.